Rails will have the basketball to start the third quarter. Cannon, Holiday, Grunder, Bauer, Sloan, starters on the court for the Railers. Moving right to left with a 13-point advantage as we start the third quarter. Cannon drives in, splits the defenders off the glass a little too hard. Got to the basket, just couldn't get it to finish. Rebound for Taylorville. Inside to right. Kick it back out now to Moats. Moats over on the far side. Odom. Odom fires a three. Nope. Holiday's there. Good position, the board for Lincoln. Each team with one possession, 45 seconds into the third quarter. Grunder on the right wing to Cannon. On top now to Holiday. Holiday swings it back to Cannon. Tate slips a little bit, but does a good job controlling. And Josh, this is that point in the game we talk about, and a hold is going to be whistled as Odom was trying to control Grunder cutting through the lane.
Yeah.
Okay, you're up 13. This is where, is it stagnant there, or do we actually see it build back up in closer to 20?
It's been a problem for the Railers going back to even last year, coming out of the locker room at halftime, and I think that's one thing Coach would love to get worked out. Obviously, it's going to be these guys have to do it, especially here early in the quarter.
Isaiah with a strong move, and that spun off no good.
Well, I'll tell you, we've gotten two good looks. Cannon and Bowers, both with, I wouldn't say point-blank layups or not contested, but definitely ones I think Coach Alexander would expect the seniors to come up and make.
Bad pass, another steal. Titus Cannon with the turnover. Isaiah spins out in the corner. Tate Sloan open three on the way.
Yeah,
good.
Nice pass by Bowers. He got right into the middle lane, reverse pivot, and kicked it out to Sloan. And Sloan's been right on target tonight with a couple of his threes, just not been able to get him to find the bottom of the net. That time was nothing but net.
30-14. Pass by Taylorville hits the underside of the backboard. Railers heading back the other way.
Another turnover by
Isaiah.
Taylorville.
Lane opens up. Isaiah switches to the left hand. Missed it again. That's three layups here to start the second half that Lincoln has missed.
Yeah, and Coach won't be happy about that. He's normal of the Railers, but you know those 6 points you've left out, then against a good team and a tough team, you're going to have to make those.
Another steal. Isaiah with a chance to make a layup. This time he does with the left hand.
Another turnover by Taylorville, which that's 2 or 3 now already in the third quarter, and boy, their coach, I'm not sure he can tell them enough just to take care of the basketball, and we're all right. Timeout
taken by Taylorville. 5:33 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln 32, Taylorville 14. Back in a moment with Lincoln Railer basketball. Stacy's Family Pharmacy, the Eaton Corporation, and the Lincoln Printers among the folks sponsoring Railer basketball this season. And Josh, great way for the Railers to start the second half. You know, they've gone out to a 5-0 run here to start the half. They've had 3 layups that they've missed. This could really be a 25-point game. It's not. And so those layups, you don't think they're going to hurt you in this one, but it's just that here we go again.
Right, yeah, and you're right. We've gotten to the rim, and that's been a good theme for the Railers of getting there. We talked about that you've got to be able to convert, and so far, but again, the defense has been really good. Active hands, as you said earlier, really active hands for the Railers.
Long three, missed everything. Ball saved in by Taylorville, and it's Holiday that tracks it down for the Railers. 5 minutes to go in the third. Lincoln on top, 32-14. Isaiah leading the way with 16, right at his season average coming in. Isaiah with a nice spin move, goes strong, high off the glass, no. Rebound tracked down by Taylorville. Swing it around now to Jack Livingston. Tipped away by Tate, but tracked down by Moats.
Yeah, another tip away. You know, there's been a lot of tip-aways by the Railers, not necessarily steals all the time, but deflections. And, you just keep adding those deflections up. Eventually, you're going to get the steal.
First on Sloan as there was a foul out high. 4.5 to go in a quick-moving third quarter. Taylorville looking for their first point. They didn't get their first point of the game until 3:23 left, and there is a driving layup will go good for Jordan Moats. Railers run a 15-1 run before that basket. Railers are up 32-16. Bowers pulls up 15-footer. Missed it, got it, tried to get his own rebound. Did he track it down in the corner? He did. Back out to Sloan. Isaiah looks like he's got an extra gear tonight. Corner three is good.
Yeah, and he's the one that's going after it too. You know, he misses his shot. He gets his own rebound that time, saves it from going out of bounds, and then we find him in the corner for three. So he's, you're right, you just see a little more pep in his step as the game's been going on.
Bad pass intercepted by Tate Sloan. Railers already up 35-16.
Tate did a good job, almost like a center fielder, man. He just looked up and was able to catch that thing on the run.
Foul's going to be whistled on Moats as he's trying to do anything to corral Isaiah Bowers, and tonight no one's been able to do that. Already Isaiah with 19. Jermaine Hamlin will check in. He'll come in as Colton Holiday has a seat. 3:31 left in the third. Railers in control right now. Let's see if we can keep it that way as Titus goes down the lane, get a bounce off the glass and good, and he'll go to the line.
That's a good job of Titus of getting to the hole and almost forcing contact, throwing his body right into the defender. The defender tried to go up and block a shot, and you just see that little bit of senior strength there by Cannon. He's really put on some good muscle here in the last couple of years. Been in the weight room. You can see a lot of these guys have benefited from the weights, which is wasn't a big thing when I was coming through, and probably when you were growing up it wasn't a lot of stuff, but that's a big key to any kind of success now in any sport. You've got to hit the weight room.
Titus makes the free throw. Three on the way is up and good from this side for Ryan S. 38-19. Titus with his free throw gives him 6 for the night. S has a very unusual release on his three. We saw that a little bit in the sophomore game.
Yeah,
but it's effective.
Well, it's not exactly the, what is that, Pete Newell of basketball technique as far as shooting, but it has been going in.
Isaiah on the other end, he gets a basket after he gets a nice move inside, got an opening and hit it from about 15. And then on this end, Titus Cannon picks up his second on the team as Titus and Sloan were out there. You know, the 21-point lead, it's still a feeding frenzy out there out high.
Sure, and that's good to see. You know, the Railers are competing. We talked about competing, this Railer team at any point during the game.
Nice move inside, fake one way, go the other. Trying to get it around Jermaine, but the shot from Rothmeyer falls short. And with 2:15 to go in the third, Lincoln on top 21. It's 40-19. Sloan looked to go backdoor. Cannon does a nice job of hanging onto it on the baseline, needs some help. Gets it out to Isaiah. His three rolls off no. Jermaine tips out the rebound to Cannon. It's one of those, now you want to reward him.
Get it in.
Isaiah's going to drive in, throw it off the glass. That won't go down. Rebound to Taylorville. Taylorville looks to push it. Swatted away by Isaiah, but picked up again by Moats. Well, this Taylorville defense has been pushed out 30 feet, or the offense has, rather. Minute 35 to go, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Grunder. A hand check. Ben's second, third on the team. Isaiah with 21. I wish it was 27. He might get there. Livingston over to Jack Livingston, so both Jack and Nick in the contest. Lost out of bounds, last touch by Hamlin, so it'll stay with Taylorville. Isaac Dewberry checking in for the Railers. Grunder will have a seat. 1:23 left in the third. Railers have outscored Taylorville 13-5 so far in the third. It's amazing, Josh, how much different this Lincoln defensive team looks than what we saw last week.
Yeah, and I think, too, a little bit of, getting your legs back after that long week. You know, you were in practice that whole week before.
Stolen away by Isaiah. Going up against S. Spin move with the left hand is good.
Travel.
And, with that basket by Isaiah to make it 42-19, he knew probably about the time he was at the timeline exactly what he was going to do, and he set him up the entire way.
Yeah, it looked like S was going to try and go for the steal and come in quick, and Isaiah
wasn't
put
there.
The spin move on him real quick and was able to go up with the left hand.
42-19. Lincoln's lead is what Isaiah has in the scoring column here tonight, 23.
We need to get Big Jermaine a touch down low, Jeff.
Isaiah between the circles, down to 30 seconds in the third. Dewberry, cross court to Sloan. Tate picks it up, nice hustle, picked up by Cannon. Good job by Cannon and Sloan saving that possession.
Yeah, see if we can't get it back door. Taylorville really overplaying this possession.
Isaiah down to 7. Kicks it over to Cannon. Cannon thought about it. Kicks back out to Isaiah. On the way for 3. No. Rebound comes down to Taylorville. At the end of 3, Lincoln 42. Taylorville 19. Back for the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. We start the fourth quarter from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium in Lincoln. Taylorville with the basketball, but a pretty big hill to climb here as they start down 23 to the Railers, up 42-19. 3 on the way. That's going to be back rim. No. Cannon there, the rebound for Lincoln. Over the left side, Isaiah pulls up top of the key. Back rim, no. Rebound down to Nick Livingston. Head to his brother, Jack. Jack hands it back over to Moats. Grunder and Dewberry there, and a foul is going to be whistled on Grunder. I guess the thing that this game has so far been for me, Josh, is it seems like the Railers have no idea what the score is, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, you're right. And we've continued to play hard. We've continued to pressure the basketball. And, we've been able to get out on the shooters for the most part. We've pushed them off the three-point line, which I think has helped a lot. We've seen some of their three-point shooters shoot from really, really far away.
S with a 3. That's no good. Hamlin with the rebound, but he brought it down, and it was swatted away. And I was going to say it was last touched off the foot of Taylorville, so it'll go back to the Railers, inbounding with a 23-point advantage. Cannon across the timeline. Titus has had a nice night. He has 6. Defensively has been pretty good as well. Everybody defensively for the Railers has had a good night.
Yeah, there we go. Right in
down to Jermaine. Jermaine goes up strong off the glass. Count it, and he's fouled.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've thrown him the ball, and he gets fouled and goes up like a man, all right around the rim there. And as we get, I think, a little more accustomed to having a big guy like that, the more you're going to see Jermaine benefit from that.
Free throw, left it short. And then as they try and fight for the rebound, alternating possession as Grunder was down there. It'll stay with the Railers thanks to the arrow, 44-19. Cannon. We thank Four Corners Lube and Chicago Street Rentals for their sponsorship of Railer basketball this year. Ben Grunder a 3, and they're going to hear a lot of threes like that from Ben. 47-19. 6:20 to go. Hess. Back on top to Jack Livingston. Now to Moats for Taylorville. Good pressure defense by the Railers all evening long. And then a foul is going to be whistled on Isaiah with a hand check. And here's another thing, Josh. As well as Isaiah's played, as aggressive as he's been, both offensively and defensively, he's been able to do it with that being his first foul.
Yeah, really quickest guy on the court by far tonight. Just really had another gear, and that's what a senior leader does. He's got to bring that gear every single night.
Moats on the far side, watched by Grunder, drives through, and he just passes it out of bounds. Moats has had a tough night.
Yeah, he has not seen pressure like this from Granite City or Civic Memorial didn't quite give him the pressure that the Railers have been able to. Plus, he's been guarding Bowers for most of the night, too, and he's got 23.
5:45 to go in the contest. Lincoln on top, 47-19. Grunder at the top of the key. Coming around screens is Bowers. No, they go left side to Cannon. Dump it down for Jermaine. Jermaine turns in the lane. Little left-hand jumper. No roll on that one.
That's all right. That's a nice move, though. Jermaine gave him a little shoulder shake and was able to get an open shot.
Dump it inside. Pinned against the board by Jermaine. A block for Hamlin. Isaiah back over to Cannon. 5:15 to go.
Got to reward him now. He did a good job on the block shot. Now Jermaine's got to get rewarded on this end.
Titus back out to Isaiah. Isaiah thought about it from three-point lane. Got it inside, didn't get it to go down.
Jermaine's
up
coming.
to the Moats. And Jermaine with the foul. Jermaine coming over the back of Moats. Hamlin his second, sixth on the Railers. And it's probably a good thing that Moats, as he makes the first free throw, it's probably a good thing he didn't get that shot up any earlier.
Yeah, because it would have been right back in his mouth, I think, or planted against the wall here at Roy S. because Jermaine was coming with a head of steam.
Gets them both. 47-21. Holiday back in, Dewberry out. (47-21), just under 5 minutes to go in the contest. We thank Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital and Jim Examus Ford Lincoln for their sponsorship of Lincoln Railer boys basketball in the 2017-2018 season. Hope everybody's enjoying this one. A 26-point advantage for the Railers, 47-21. Holiday with the left hand, tried to dump it off to Bowers, but it's taken away by Moats for Taylorville. He'll pull up, top of the key three, short, rebound for Tate Sloan.
Nice move by Tate, too. He didn't stand and wait for the ball to come to him. He went and rebounded the basketball. So nice possession there for the Railers on the defensive end. And I think you get layups. Taylorville really trying to
back door, nice from Sloan to Bowers, off the glass and good.
really trying to pressure you. And the Railers do a good job as any of relieving some of that pressure, and a lot of times that's a backdoor to Bowers.
49-21, halfway through, another steal for Sloan. Taylorville's got to think there's 7 or 8 Railers out there.
A lot of hands, I know that.
Isaiah down the lane, straight to the basket, and he goes down. He'll go to the line for 2. .351 for this one. Railers up 49-21. Isaiah's first free throw on the way. A little too strong, no good. Isaiah with 25. If you're wondering, his career high is 30 as he misses the second one. That's not going to help him get there any quicker. And I think he got poked in the eye inadvertently, and it's Moats.
Yeah, but guys better already call it a night, Moats is, I think.
And let's see, 3:46 to go. Moats will check out. Coming back in is Jace Bergschneider. Into the contest for the first time tonight and for the first time this season varsity-wise is 6-foot sophomore Cameron Whiteman.
Yeah, led the way on the sophomore team tonight with 19. The Railers were sophomore winners also over Taylorville. Well, we shouldn't say sophomores. I'm not quite sure what we've got to
JV maybe?
Yeah, reclassify that. 61-46.
Everybody but the seniors. Underneath, Jermaine goes up, won't go down, but Jermaine back to the line for 2. If he'd have had a little more clearance, we might have seen a dunk.
Might have been Dunk City here.
Jermaine missed his only other attempt tonight. That one won't go down. Lincoln Dare and Officer Christy Fruget, and Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital among the sponsors for the Railers this year as they get another point from Germain. 50-21, Germain now with 3. .3:18 to go, 50-21. Got a feeling we might see a few more off that Railer bench before the night is done. Drive, Germain's there. He's going to put a stop to a lot of offense.
Yeah, they pretty much halt when he's in a 5-foot area of the rim.
Back on top to Blake Dooley. Long 3 back rim, no. High for the rebound, Colton Holiday. Nice job by the junior. 2:45 to go, holding at that 50-21. Sloan. And we've got a timeout taken by Coach Alexander just to get some subs in. Isaac Dewberry back into the contest. And for the first time is 6-foot sophomore Caden Froby. Sloan and Holiday head to the bench. Really nice night from Tate Sloan.
Yeah, and it's nice to get him going. You know, that might be a lineup you see from now on. You know, I think Coach really liked the defensive effort.
Into Germain. Fouled again.
And the production of what happened with the defense, the amount of turnovers. Is that going to happen against every team? Probably not the turnovers, but the quickness can be out there when you add Sloan to the starting lineup.
Germain at the line, first free throw. This one is good. Germain with 2 in a row from the line.
Will Ewald in for the sophomores. I think he was right behind Whiteman in the sophomore game. Will had 16 in that victory earlier tonight.
Will, the 6'1 sophomore. And yes, if the name sounds familiar, is the son of Lincoln assistant coach Eric Ewald. Germain hits them both.
Probably seen a few Railer games, I think.
52-21. Also, Drayden Posgay, 6'2 sophomore in the lineup for the Railers, the quarterback for the Railer football team.
Yeah, sophomore lineup in here now. Froby, Whiteman, Ewald, Dewberry, and Posgay.
52-21. Final 2:10 getting ready to tick off from this one.
A lot of things what you see are, nice steal by Dewberry.
Pulls it up on the right side over now to Whiteman. Long cross court, nice catch in the corner by Posgay out to Ewald. Froby, Dewberry, you're going to hear these names a lot over the next couple years.
Well, I'm telling you, if I was a sophomore and came in a varsity game, and I'm passing there's Froby. I knew
Froby.
I knew he'd put it up. You don't pass the ball when you're a sophomore and you come into the varsity game. It's shooting time.
54-21. The Railers have dismantled Taylorville here tonight. Minute and a half. Dooley from the volleyball line won't go down. Posgay the rebound for Lincoln. A 12-2 quarter so far for the Railers. Whiteman on the right wing, spin move. Off the glass, they're going to get him for steps. .112 to go. We can put this one in the win column. Railers up 54-21. They'll move to even in the conference at 1-1. They'll be back in conference action on Tuesday night as they make the long trek over to Mattoon.
Woo. I'm going to have to fill up.
Stolen away by Whiteman. 1-on-2. Cameron turning his defender around. Cameron with the left hand, and down it goes.
Yeah, nice move by Whiteman, too. He just kept turning his guy that was ahead of him, turn back, and then Whiteman would turn and go the other way. And then Whiteman would turn and go the other way when he turned his back. So nice open court move by the sophomore Whiteman.
That's how I used to chase fly balls in center field. I didn't know which way I was going.
I don't think you had a lot of success doing that, I wouldn't think, unless you were really fast.
Well, and the bad thing was it was a pop-up to the shortstop, so, it was really bad. 56-21, and I think they're going to get Cameron on a foul. It's bonus time, so Taylorville will be at the line. Boy, just offense all over the place for the Railers.
Boy, and the Railers, you said.
Free throw, no good. Fight for the rebound.
Something had to give in this game, Jeff. The Tornadoes coming in averaging about 67 points a game.
Dooley's three no good.
They're going to finish with 21. So great defensive effort tonight by the Railers.
Rebound for the Railers, and Caden Froby will walk it into the front court, hand off to Dewberry. And the final 5 seconds will tick off this one as the Railers get the win. Buzzer sounds. It goes in the scorebook as a victory. Lincoln 56, Taylorville 21. Railers improved to 4-2 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. Taylorville drops to 2-3 on the season. They are 0-1 in the Apollo. Railers win 56-21. We'll be back in a few moments with the Josh Komnick Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center postgame show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on this win. Josh and I talked a little bit in the pregame about last week with the Thanksgiving tournament. You really don't have much of a chance to work on anything. You just have to make adjustments on the fly. You had a week of practice, and it seemed like if there was one word to describe, at least for me, for this game tonight, it was energy. This team had energy from start to finish. They didn't care what the score was. They were here to play.
Well, we got out on people and we guarded it because you don't guard Taylorville. They've got good shooters, and they can put 5 guys out there and bring guys off the bench that can absolutely fill it up. And they had a couple spurts there in the first half where they hit a couple threes and got 3 free throws from a foul, and they cut the boat. We were up 12 or 13, and boom, before you know it, it was back to 6. And you cannot relax on them. They're a very good basketball team. They're getting just off to a rough start here, but as the season goes on, those guys are going to get comfortable, and on a given night, you better look out. They're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, Coach, you said they get to get comfortable. They weren't comfortable tonight. The Railers had them pushed out, 25 turnovers by Taylorville, and it looked like, I think Jeff made a great point earlier on, it looked like the Railers had 7 out there at one time. Active hands. A lot of that was, Cannon and Grunder and Tate Sloan were very active up at the top.
Well, I thought Tate had a great defensive game, great hands. He's quick on the ball, and he reacts really well. And he really made some good things happen. And, Titus, our point guard, as you know, is the key to our defense. If he can get up and put pressure on people and keep them from seeing and getting it inside and getting deflections and making plays, good things are going to happen. So tonight was one of our better performances, but we have to stay focused. I think this can be a good defensive team, and we still got a long way to go in some of the things. When you force a team to turn the ball early like we did, they become very hesitant in what they're doing. So we need to play consistently. When a team doesn't turn the ball over, our defense still has to be solid. We can't think that we have to steal every pass and get out of position and make things happen that way, because you're not going to steal the ball every time. And, we have to be solid. We got to rebound. I thought we rebounded pretty well. I thought Colton Holiday had a good game back there, and he was very active. So hopefully they're starting to understand. And, we got one more game where Drew will be out, and then Drew will be back in. And that's another big body for us.
Coach, one of the things that was very interesting in the latter stages of the first quarter and the early part of the second is the Railers had 4 shots in a row that went in that were from 14 feet, and then the next 3 from 15. So you had 14, 3 from 15, and it seemed like, and Josh talked about, maybe that's more of a new norm for this Railer team, is getting those shots.
Both Isaiah and Ben is really at 15 feet is pretty. That's what we're trying, get them there. They're really good at that distance and that mid-range, and you don't see that anymore. Mm-hmm. The mid-range jumper, you either see somebody powering it into the basket or standing out on the 3 and shooting sometimes 22, 23, 24 footers. And, so that is an added part of that we've not had in a while, is a good pull-up game. And we've got a couple guys, and even Titus is good at 15 feet. So, that's part of the game that we haven't had in the past that we do have this year.
Coach, on to Tuesday, and we'll take the long ride to Mattoon on a Tuesday night. What can we expect from the Green Wave?
Green
All right.
Wave, that's correct. I'm not sure. Greg's the one that saw and scouted them. We hit on the Tuesday night of last week during our tournament. We saw 3 different teams, and he saw 2 of them. And I'm not sure. I haven't looked at. We were more worried about this game. From what I'm hearing, is they like to play fast. They like to play up and down the floor, and really that is the kind of teams that really falls into our defense. And
right.
If you got a team that plays fast and takes quick shots and wants to get up and down the floor, that's very beneficial to our defense. So we'll be focused, and again, we're going to have a lot of long road trips this year. So this will be the first one of basically playing on the road. Our first 6 were at home, so I'll be anxious to see how we perform on the road.
Coach, back to tonight for just a second. A good solid night from Isaiah Bowers. I mean, from beginning to end. Yep.
He's such an offensive player and gets going. We just have to get him to understand, the situations in the game and so forth. But he was much better tonight. And again, when he gets that 15-foot mark, you can almost write it in the book. We get him in the middle of the zones. They went zone a little bit, and boom, we went right to him a couple times, and he scored inside, and but we didn't see much of their zone. I thought we'd see more of their 1-2-2.
And you talk about that. It was interesting at the end of the half and the end of quarters where you would call out a play, and they would switch their defense. And so when you would call out a play to that defense, they would switch back. They had a couple possessions where they switched their defense 2 or 3 times in just that possession.
Yeah, and we have trouble with that.
Yeah.
We should stick with the same call. Just run it against the zone. Because most of the things that we work, you just have to find different places to do your picking and who you're going to pick, and everything else is pretty much the same whether you're zone or man. People ask me, our zone, if our kids can play college basketball because they've played zone all 4 years, and I just tell them, I said, our zone is no more than a man-to-man principle. It's the only thing that we don't have is you have to teach them is to see man, see ball.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the backside wing and you're going to drop. So it's if the ball goes to the wing, you're going to drop. So the fundamentals is basically man-to-man, but you're just in an area, and you don't have to worry about a man. See man, see ball, which is the principle of a man-to-man defense.
Coach, we'll let you go enjoy this one, a 56-21 win over Taylorville, and then Mac in action Tuesday night over in Mattoon. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time the Railers were in Mattoon, there was a sectional championship coming home with us.
We partied.
Well, you did. I'm too old for that.
I don't think I partied, but I had fun while I was at the game.
Yeah, it was a good game, and that's a good place and good memories.
Who did we play that night?
Central.
We beat Champaign Central that night. Champaign Central upset Lanphier in the first game.
Yeah.
Yep, indeed. Well, Mattoon's waiting for us on Tuesday night, and we'll see you over there.
Okay, thank you.
Railers get the win, 56-21. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
They made 5.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.